What's up guys, my name is Litzy and today's video is a story time about the time I was 16 and pregnant. I kept a lot of y'all waiting, but here I am now talking about it. Where should I start off? Like, there's so much to talk about, I don't even know where. Let's just start talking about the time when my boyfriend thought I was pregnant, the beginning of January. And he was feeling kind of weird. He was feeling like a stomach ache. I think he was hungry and tired. So he was thinking that he was feeling weird because I was pregnant. Where I don't get my periods till the end of the month, we should wait. He's like, no, I think you're pregnant. And so I'm like, okay, let's go to the dollar so we can get a test. So then we get it. It's like those little cheap pregnancy tests from the dollar store, and it comes out negative. So then, hold up, it's the middle of January and I'm starting to feel kind of weird myself. I'm like, dang, I'm so, like, I was so tired. I didn't feel like getting out of bed for nothing. Tired to brush my hair, to get up and make myself something to eat. I was so tired. Like, I didn't want to do anything. Also, I remember that my sense of smell started to get so strong. I could smell anything, everything that was around me. I could smell it 10 times stronger, and I would smell something and it would kind of like be so gross to me that I would get nauseous. Luckily, I never threw up, not even once my whole pregnancy. There was times where something would smell so nasty to me that I would gag. I would be like, ugh, like that, but worse, like almost throwing up. But never really threw up. Not only was I tired and nauseous, but I was so moody. I didn't want to deal with anybody. I just wanted to be alone all the time. I started remembering what my boyfriend was feeling, and I'm like, damn, like now I'm feeling the same thing. At this point, me and him weren't even on good terms. So when I went to go get my own pregnancy test, me and him were mad at each other. We weren't even talking to each other. So I FaceTimed my friend and I'm like, girl, I'm about to take this pregnancy test, since I was doing it alone. And she was just like, alright, I'll stay on the phone with you. My mom was in the kitchen, and the kitchen's right here. The bathroom is right across from the kitchen. I take the pregnancy test out the box, and this one was like the pregnancy test, and then it had a little tube. So I had a pee in a plastic cup, and then I took the pee out and put it on the pregnancy test. As soon as I put my pee on that test, two big blue lines show up. Let me show you how they look. See, if you're not pregnant, your test will look like this. Draw it like that, okay. Basically, my shit was looking like this. Two big bright blue ass lines on the pregnancy test. I was like, hold up, I'm gonna call you back. Okay, so I'm like, bitch, look at this test. And then she's like, oh my god, bitch, fuck, you're fucked. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I was just saying fuck and fuck all over again. I was saying, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I was just so shocked that I was like, all right, I'm gonna call you back. So I go to my room and I'm just in my bed thinking like what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna tell people. I'm thinking like I really fucked up because I have no idea how to take care of a baby. A couple of weeks passed, 2 weeks passed. I just let that many days go because I was so shocked. I was in denial too. I was thinking like, no, I can't be pregnant, even though I just seen a test. And I was feeling already symptoms. I text my brother's fiance and I tell her if she could take me to the clinic because I know that I'm pregnant and I just want them to confirm it. I tell them to give me a pregnancy test, and I want everything confidential, so I don't want my mom or anybody knowing. They call my name and I go pee, and then we sit down in the waiting room and we're waiting for them to call me. And as soon as they call me, they take me into a room and they sit me down and they're like, your test came back positive. You have 3 options. You can abort it, you can give the baby up for adoption, or you could keep and raise the baby. And so she was like, do you know what you're gonna do yet? And in my mind, I still didn't want to believe that I was pregnant. Like, I was so scared of what was gonna come with it that I didn't want to like believe it. I told her that I didn't know what I was gonna do yet. So she told me what I had to do next was get my insurance so they could do an ultrasound. Basically, my mom still had my insurance. I was sitting in my room thinking like, how am I gonna ask my mom for an insurance? I need to see like this baby. I have stigmatism in my eyes, so I was like, oh, I found a good place so I could order my contacts. I was like, can you give me my insurance so I could do it myself? And I guess she was kind of like suspicious of that. She was like, oh really? And then like I was like, yeah, can I get my insurance? And she was just like, well, I'm gonna have to look for it because I don't know where it is. And so she let a couple days pass by, and I was like, I still need my insurance, can I get it? And I talked to my boyfriend and I FaceTime him, and I'm like, guess what, I'm pregnant. I told him how I felt. I was like, I don't know what to do. And basically he told me, and he was like, girl, I got you, like I'm gonna take care of you guys, we're gonna be good. When we go to the ultrasound, they tell me that I'm 7 weeks and 3 days pregnant. So I was already like about 2 months pregnant. I still have the picture of the ultrasound, so I'll insert it in there so you guys can see. The baby was so tiny still. And after the ultrasound, I guess I just kind of kept up with my appointments. There was sometimes like a doubt in me where I would be like, no, like how am I going to take care of a baby? I was in such a bad place that I was dropping out of school. I had got fired from my job for not showing up. I had a really bad relationship with my mom. I didn't ever listen to her. I was always getting into it with her. Whenever she would try to tell me something, I was always getting into it with her. And with my boyfriend, it got to the point where me and him would kind of argue a lot. Before the pregnancy, just a lot of things were going bad for me. So I wasn't in the best place. Everything was just going bad for me. And then finding out that I was pregnant and I wasn't even ready for it, I was just so devastated. I was like, fuck, like now what am I gonna do when I basically just ruined my own life? So then it's Sunday morning and my mom's in bed when usually she's in church. So I was like, maybe this is the chance for me to tell her today. But first I went to the bathroom, right? When I get out the bathroom, the room is right next to the bathroom. She's like, Lizzie, come here. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, have you gotten your period yet? And I was like, yeah, I did, because that was just like my reaction. I just said it really fast. Usually we have like the same periods, and I guess that month I hadn't asked her if she was on hers yet. We tell each other when we're on it, just because we're always like asking each other for pads or like saying that we're craving something. We just had that type of relationship, right? I should have told her right then and there. I didn't get my period. She's like, I knew it, I'm gonna get you a pregnancy test. And I was like, no, don't do that. I already got myself a pregnancy test. I am pregnant. She's like, you're pregnant, don't do this to me. And I was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I was so disappointed telling her, because I know that is not what a mom wants to hear out of like her teenage daughter, you know. I just went to my room, and a few minutes later she comes into my room and she tells me that everything's gonna be okay, that it's gonna be really hard, that this isn't what she wanted for me, but she told me that she had my support. I don't want to cry, but it gets me so emotional because she had like the best reaction that I could have asked for. She's a single mom of 4 kids, and she said that there's nothing we could do. Like we just have to accept what comes with, you know, trying to be grown. We both didn't cry. I think just because like we were so in shock. Later on, she told me that there was nights that she would cry because she was like so disappointed and all that, but I guess that we got through it. Hey guys. She showed me all the support and she had a good reaction. Say hi, baby. She's my baby, my baby. Say hi, mama. What do you have on your cheek? Lip gloss. Oh my gosh, your mom. Yo, mama. She's so woke, like she wants to be looking around everywhere. And after that, after I told her, I told everybody else, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, everybody, and their mama knew I was pregnant. Everybody knew I was pregnant after that. I just told everybody. My mom took a while to process the information, I guess, and then she told all my family. I just let everybody kind of find out as everything happened, because yeah, I didn't want I didn't want to tell anybody. I just wanted them to find out. I didn't want to see the reactions of them if they were disappointed. I didn't want to see that, because I was already disappointed myself, and I just knew that would bring me down a lot. And there was a point in time when I was really, really, really depressed. I didn't want to do anything. I would be in bed just thinking about my life and how everything was over. Like, I really, really felt like everything was over. I didn't have my shit together, so I just felt like I just messed up. And it took me a while, like 2 months, to snap out of it and be like, you know what happened already happened. Now you just gotta get your shit together and take care of this baby that's about to be yours. So what I did was I got a job. I was working so much. I was busting 12-hour shifts in a factory, pregnant, but I was getting my money. In a factory job, you have to be standing the whole time you're there. So imagine being pregnant and standing for 12 hours. I was hungry, I was tired, but I was broke, so I had to get my money. It's the reason I chose a factory job instead of a regular retail job or fast food or restaurants or anything. I just felt that factory jobs give you way more. Look at her, she's just looking into the camera, spacing out. Mamas. I just felt like factory jobs give you way more hours and you just got it over with and that's it. A lot of jobs just give you a little bit of hours, too much training, and I just thought a factory job was the way to go. You have to work so hard. You can't stop, you can't take extra breaks if you feel like you can't do it. The people started noticing that I couldn't take my back pain. I was having so much back pain. I would wake up sore. So they would give me a little chair, and I guess that helped a little bit. But honestly, they should have just gave me an extra break or something. But they don't treat anybody special there. If you're there, you're there to work, and that's it. And I kept that job for a little while, and then after that I was helping my boyfriend at his job, and basically what we did was clean offices and, you know, maintain everything nice and clean. So I always worked throughout my pregnancy. My boyfriend did take good care of me. He would get me the food that I wanted whenever he could. He would massage my feet and just baby me all the time. So did my mom. Whatever I was craving, she would go get it. Not too long after that, me and my boyfriend saved up money and we got our own apartment, so that was good. So basically we saved up money and then we ended up getting our own apartment. We moved in. It was so fun, like buying everything for the house, like buying all the kitchen stuff and getting to pick out how you want your house to look. Saying goodbye to my mom was so hard. Like I know she felt some type of way. She was like, my baby is really leaving me. I'm her youngest child, so yes. So, but I was already 17. I was pregnant at 16, and then I turned 17 in March, and then around the summer in June we moved into our own apartment, and everything was so good for a while. I was also just trying to enjoy my pregnancy the most that I could, and then later on my mom takes me to Mexico for vacation. When we went to Mexico, I told my grandma and my grandpa that I was pregnant. That was the most emotional. My grandma started crying in front of me, and I guess that's what broke me down. Like, I saw the disappointment in her. She was like, Lizzie, why would you do this to me? All this. And I know she felt some type of way because me and my grandma are like this. But now she's so in love with her. I send her pictures of her all the time, and everything's good. Everybody loves my baby. Right, mama? Everybody loves you, mamas. Mwah. Smile, baby. She's like, what are you doing? Yeah, I had a good pregnancy, so shout out to that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit here and act like my whole pregnancy was great and everything was up and up, because yes, the time that I was depressed, I was depressed. I didn't have motivation for anything. You have to have a really strong mindset to get yourself out of that state of mind. You have to think positive. You have to go out and work. No, that's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna lick my hand, baby. She's teething already, so she just always wants to be biting stuff. But I snapped myself out of it, and I just, you know, I was like, this already happened, so now I just have to make the best out of it. And I did. My relationship wasn't perfect all the time. There was times where we would get stressful. We would stress about money, about making rent, about, it's not always perfect, but when you have a baby with somebody, you have to work it out. Some things are fixable, some things are not. And we just love her so much. My family loves her, his family loves her. It was definitely really hard times where I thought like we couldn't make it anymore, but it's all about being mature and understanding and forgiving. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like my whole pregnancy was perfect, because it definitely wasn't. There was times where I did feel alone. I did feel sad. I was always tired. I always wanted to be babied, and if somebody didn't show me love, I would feel so sad. But that's just normal in a pregnancy. I feel like when you're pregnant, you hurt so different, but things do get better. And I'm just telling my story because I was at the point where I felt like I couldn't anymore. This is just motivation for somebody that's going through it, or somebody that just found out they're pregnant, or thinks that they're pregnant, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So this video is for you guys. Ew, you drooled all over me. And the baby is a blessing no matter what. I'm doing a great job as a teen mom. If you're a mom out there and nobody tells you you're doing a good job, say it to yourself, because you know damn well you're doing what you can. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That was just my story. I hope I inspired some of you guys. And if you guys have more questions, I could later on do a Q&A or whatever. Goodbye. Love y'all.